안녕하세요 여러분. 한글 교수님입니다. 한국어를 같이 공부하자. Hi everyone, this is Hangul Kyosunim. Let's learn Korean together. Welcome back to my channel. Previously, we have learned about the consonants, the single consonants, and the double consonants. Now, we will learn about the vowels. But before we begin the lesson, make sure to ready your notebook and something to write with. Either a pencil or a pen will do the trick. So, let's begin. 시작. Vowels. There are two kinds of vowels, the single vowels and the double vowels. Single vowels. There are 14 single vowels. I will introduce them to you one by one with some words that begins with a single vowel which is being currently introduced. This is the first single vowel. It is a vertical long line that has one short line attached on its right side. This is read as ah. Ah. One more time. Ah. 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 Do you still remember that I told you about the silent consonant ing? Yes, because if the word begins with a vowel sound, then we know that the word must be spelled with a vowel first. Unlike in Korean language, even if we hear the word and we know that the word begins with a vowel sound, it must be spelled with a consonant first. Since it doesn't have a consonant sound at the beginning, we must use the silent consonant ing. Every time we see the silent consonant in the initial position of the first syllable of the word, we should keep in mind that if we read the word, it must begin with a vowel sound. Let's take a look at this word. This is read as an, which means inside. For example, inside the building. One more time. An. 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 How about this word? This is read as up, which means in front of. For example, in front of the school. One more time. Up. 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 Then, the second single vowel. It is a vertical long line that has one short line attached on its left side. This is read as ah. Ah. One more time. Ah. 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 Let's take a look at this word. This is read as ok, which means 100 million. One more time. Ok. 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 How about this word? This is read as 엄마, which means mom. One more time. 엄마. 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 Don't cry while saying this. If you do, you'll sound like a crying baby. Then, the third single vowel. It is a horizontal long line that has one short line attached on top of it. This is read as O. O. One more time. O. 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 Let's take a look at this word. This is read as O, which means 5. One more time. O. 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 Then, this another word. I bet this looks like a drawing to you, am I right? But it's not. This is read as ot, which means clothes. Notice this letter at the final position of the syllable? Yes, it is shut. I know we should read it with its S sound, but because it is a bachim, which is the consonant that is found in the final position of the syllable, then its sound becomes T. Don't worry, we will talk a lot about the bachim later. One more time. Ot, ot, ot. Then, the fourth single vowel. It is a horizontal long line that has one short line attached at the bottom of it. This is read as O, O. One more time. O, O, O. Let's take a look at this word. This is read as Oju, which means space, as in outer space that has galaxies, planets, stars, and heavenly bodies. One more time. Oju, Oju, Oju. Then this another word. This is read as Ori, which means we or us. One more time. Ori, Ori, Ori. This is the fifth single vowel. This is read as E, E. One more time. E, E, E. Let's take a look at this word. This is read as E. This is a grammar which is used to indicate the place that is the subject's location or destination. One more time. E, E, E. How about this word? This is read as Esa. This is a grammar which is used to indicate the place where the action has been done or takes place. We will learn how to use these grammars in the later lessons. One more time. Esa, Esa, Esa. This is the sixth single vowel. This is read as E, E. One more time. E, E, E. Let's take a look at this word. This is read as app, which means app. For example, App Store. Notice this letter at the final position of the syllable? Yes, it's B. Its sound must have been B. However, it is a bachim which is found in the final position of the syllable. Then, its sound becomes P. One more time. App, app, app. How about this word? This is read as Egyo. This word is always used in Korea as a popular expression to show cuteness, affection, or closeness to families and friends. One more time. Egyo, Egyo, Egyo. This is the seventh single vowel. This is read as One more time. Uh. Let's take a look at this word. This is read as which is yes in an informal way. One more time. Then this another word. This is read as un. This is a grammar which is used to indicate the subject of the sentence. We will talk about this grammar later. One more time. Un, un, un. This is the eighth single vowel. This is read as e, e. One more time. E, e, e. Let's take a look at this word. This is read as il, which means one, work, or matter. Its meaning depends on how the word is used. Notice the consonant in the final position of the syllable. Yes, it is real. We know that its sound should be R, but it is a bachim, which is a consonant that is found in the final position of the syllable. So, its sound becomes L. One more time. Il, il, il. Then, this another word. This is read as ip, which means leaf. One more time. Ip, ip, ip. Before we read the remaining single vowels, I will give you a heads up that there are single vowels that are a bit similar to each other. This vowel mentioned earlier is read as ah. See the short line attached to the right side of the long vertical line? However, if there are two short lines attached to it, then there will be an additional Y sound. This is the ninth single vowel. This is read as ya, ya. One more time. Ya, ya, ya. Let's take a look at this word. This is read as ya, which means hey. Be careful not to say this to anyone who is older than you if you don't want to get scolded. One more time. Ya, ya, ya. How about this word? This is read as yak, which means medicine. One more time. Yak, yak, yak. This vowel mentioned earlier is read as ah. However, if the short line on the left side becomes double, then it also has Y sound. This is the 10th single vowel. This is read as ya, ya. One more time. Ya, ya, ya. Let's take a look at this word. This is read as yol, which means fever. One more time. Yol, yol, yol. Then this another word. This is read as yok, which means station. For example, train station. One more time. Yok, yok, yok. This vowel mentioned earlier is read as o. However, if the line attached to the horizontal line becomes double, it will have a Y sound. This is the 11th single vowel. This is read as yo, yo. One more time. Yo, yo, yo. Let's take a look at this word. This is read as yo. This is a polite grammar ending which is usually used during conversations with people you just met or who is older than you. One more time. Yo, yo, yo. How about this word? This is read as yong, which means dragon. One more time. Yong, yong, yong. This vowel mentioned earlier is read as u. However, if the line attached to the horizontal line becomes double, it will have a Y sound. This is the 12th single vowel. This is read as U, U. One more time. U, U, U. Let's take a look at this word. This is read as Yut. This is a traditional board game played in Korea, especially in Lunar New Year's Day. If you have a Korean friend, then try play Yut with them. It's a good experience to have. One more time. Yut, yut, yut. This vowel mentioned earlier is read as e. However, if the line attached to the line becomes double, it will have a Y sound. This is the 13th single vowel. This is read as ye, ye. One more time. Ye, ye, ye. Let's take a look at this word. This is read as ye, which means yes. One more time. Ye, ye, ye. This vowel mentioned earlier is read as eh. However, if the line attached in the middle of these two lines becomes double, it will have a Y sound. Finally, this is the 14th single vowel. This is read as yeah, yeah. One more time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's take a look at this word. This is read as yegi, which means story. One more time. Yegi, yegi, yegi. Let's compare these single vowels. Ah, ya, ah, ya, o, yo, u, yu, e, ye, e, ye, ah, ya, ah, ya, o, yo, u, yu, e, ye, e, ye, ah, ya, ah, ya, o, yo, u, yu, e. Yeah. Eh. Yeah. It's natural. If you find it a bit confusing when it comes to distinguishing the difference, don't worry. If you hear it a lot of times, you will get used to it. Finally, we are done learning and familiarizing the single vowels. Before we talk about the double vowels, we must do the IME or the intensive memorization exercises. Each single vowel will be repeated for 60 times. That's a single vowel every minute. So, you must ready your notebook and something to write with. Listen as you say, read as you write. 가자, 시작!
ah, 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 ah.
Ah, 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 ah. O, 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 O. E, 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 E,
E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E, E.
E, 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 E. E, 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 E. Yeah. ya, 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 ya. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yo, 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 you, 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 you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Great job! You have completed our intensive memorization exercises. After doing the intensive memorization exercises, we will have a game to recall what you have learned today. So, you must stay updated. Feel free to review this lesson once again until you master this lesson. See you then! Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and be sure to have your bells on so you will be surely get updated for more upcoming chapters. Don't be shy to share to your friends. Sharing is caring. That's all of this video today. This is Hangul Kyosunim. I'll be seeing you with your friends next time. 안녕히 계세요, 여러분.